Hello, my name is Xavier Mercado, and this is Spearhead Conversations. Today, I'm joined by the one and only T Glazed.
What's going on, bro?
Ah, my guy. Seeing your work and all the artists that you're working with from the city, you've had a resume for years now. You created something, caught momentum, and now it's just, you don't even live here anymore. He had to get out of state. He in LA right now, people.
Yeah, back and forth.
But definitely I've been following. And for those that don't know, in front of me is TeeGlazedIt. He's, like I said, his resume speaks for himself. And I definitely had to reach out. But
Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. Here we are today. So without further ado, how you doing, T?
Good, bro.
Hey.
I left the video right now.
Yeah. Man, you just left a shoot with Chicken P?
Mm-hmm.
Man, how's that going?
It was dope, bro.
Dope.
God, I was telling you a little bit about it, but he a feature on it. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of artists coming up right now in the city, so I'm just trying to tap in, start the year off right.
Yeah, got you.
Facts.
Well, man, not only have I seen a lot of your videos, I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
The way we met the other week,
Josh,
I didn't even realize it was you, but through Josh, Broke Life.
Yeah.
Once he introduced me, I'm like, you had been there for a minute, so I was like, get out of here,
Yeah,
bro.
that was funny. Yeah.
But I appreciate you agreeing to do this, man, and just coming on and this is me giving you your flowers and saying we see you, bro.
Appreciate it. I support everyone that's grinding. I seen your platform. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Hey, man.
Fact.
Well, I appreciate it. And with that, you ready to jump in here?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. So where were you born?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What part of Milwaukee?
I was born right in the middle, on the north side.
Yeah.
Back when a lot of things was different. So, but yeah, back in 1994.
E94.
Right in the middle of Milwaukee. Yeah.
89, man.
Oh yeah.
89.
Ooh, we getting old.
I know, right? I just turned 36. Can't even do it no more, bro.
Man. Shit. Some people don't make it that far. Gotta be thankful.
Yeah, man. So how was your childhood?
Cool, regular childhood. With a single mom, but she did good for us. Just I'd be surprised sometimes because I got almost everything I wanted, but I still was like a grinder though. Like after high school and all that, you kind of got that period where you're trying to figure out if you should go to college or what way you're trying to go. But I always, since I was like 14, I always worked 2-3 jobs.
Yeah.
So I had a good upbringing, but I always still had a good work ethic too.
Got you. Yeah, man. Sheesh. I was born in the Bronx, but I was raised here. So,
Dope.
For the most part, South Side, all through it. 3rd and Chase, 12th and Lincoln, you name it. It was all over the South Side. So, what type of hobbies were you into?
Sports.
Sports?
I was into a lot of sports for a while. Pretty much that until high school, and then I just got into a bunch of bad shit and just trying to figure out what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was into sports for a while.
I could believe you in sports, bro. How tall are you again? I know I asked you.
Like 5'11", 6 foot maybe on a good day.
Man, I'm Puerto Rican, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We don't reach that far, bro.
That's funny.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? You're creative, and this is what you're known by.
Yeah.
What's your earliest memory of tapping into that creative side of yourself?
Used to skateboard. Oh, yeah, that's how I used to skateboard towards middle school, high school, and then we used to always get little cameras and try to film ourselves to get sponsored or whatever.
Yeah.
You watch the skate videos. That's where I first learned about recording, to a small degree. You know what I mean? Just messing around at the skate park, making edits, putting them on YouTube when it first came out. And then I left it alone for a while. But when I decided to get back into cameras, I still had that base knowledge of a editor and I needed that. You know what I mean? For sure.
Well, man, since then, tapping into that, at what point did you come back to it?
Around 2014, 15, 16, really 2016 is when it really kicked back off.
Got you.
Yeah.
What inspired that move?
It was a couple years out of high school, and I was just kind of like, just around, like around people. I knew people, but I didn't know if I wanted to like engineer music or shoot videos. I wanted to do something with production and like talent and music. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was like dabbling a little bit of everything, but when I really started shooting videos,
Yeah.
I realized that was gonna be the best option. You know what I mean? Just on the results, and yeah, it just worked out.
At what point did you realize that this was going to be something you pursued?
Just like
Yeah.
right away, as soon as I was shooting for little like artists in the hood and stuff, but I had an eye like, all right, he could be something. Like I was like a little A&R, like a street A&R.
Yeah.
But as soon as I did it, I went all in. Like I had got fired from my job, and I had unemployment for like a year. So I was able to like maintain off of that without having to work, so I could put all my focus full time into like just I'm gonna go for it. Like I made a new YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I was working with artists, and almost instantly I started doing it. Like you could feel it's working. Like people noticing. You know what I mean? So pretty much right as soon as I started back shooting videos, I went all for it.
Yeah.
Which is how you should be with stuff. If you're gonna start something, you should just go all in.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, and that's the thing, like you say, how you had that year to focus. There was a brief stint where for 3 months I was able to dive in and just be fully focused and, committed to the platform. And from there, that's really when things take off. Because, if for someone like you or someone like me, you have a vision, but most can't see what that vision.
Yeah.
What do you feel were barriers you faced in the beginning?
Proving yourself and becoming a go-to person in whatever lane you in. Like, people always be like, oh, nobody ever believed in me. And it's like nobody had a reason to believe in what you were doing. You
For
gotta
sure.
build it up and show them that you take it serious first. You know what I mean? And then they respect it. People jump on the bandwagon after they see stuff rolling, but it's only probably gonna be one or two, if anybody, that believes in something that's not even something yet. So just being consistent and just, but barriers, like I was shooting videos in the hood and shit, so that was a barrier. Like, like it was down there like shootouts in the first couple videos I shot, like just being careful, like in dangerous areas.
I ain't gonna lie, in the beginning of this platform, I go to people.
Yeah.
So there are parts of the, sketchiness, man. It's all over, So going into those, it was always with the equipment I got, with the, it's
Bro,
it's such on another level. You go by TeeGlazedIt.
Yeah.
What's the, has this been the only alias? What's the evolution?
I mean, yeah, people always just used to call me T and shit after like high school and stuff, but like I don't know, I just came up with it. Because glazing is a Milwaukee term. Now it's like some other shit. Like, I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. But just for the record, that's like an original like Milwaukee slang for back in the day for like sauce, paint job. Like you're glazing. Like you just kind of like you got that sauce. So that's what it stemmed from. And I just thought like, okay, these videos, like I'm going to glaze the video. Like I'm just put a dope ass video together. I don't know. I just kind of thought about it.
Yeah. Do you remember the first video you shot?
Yeah, pretty much. I always tell people like my first videos was with like Chicken and this dude named Chapo.
Okay.
And I was like shooting videos on like 11th and Atkinson, like in the pure hood, bro. Yeah. Like anywhere the hood is over there.
What were those type of emotions the first time you shot a video and got through it without getting shot?
It was just cool. It was cool because like I was already like I was a white boy that was like in the inner city and shit and like had a little swag about myself or whatever you want to call it. But like, so I like that's why I say I was already around. I just decided to start recording. You know what I mean? Like I'd be around the studios a little bit, but it was like already there. I just had to like plug in, like make myself useful. So I just picked up the camera and then it went up.
So with video, there's many styles to how someone shoots.
Yeah.
You know, what how do you classify your way of shooting?
To be honest, a lot of it's like running gun for the genre I'm in because, you know, you got a lot of like, you know, rappers and inner city stuff. So they don't really plan their shoots a lot. So it's kind of in my hands. You know, people get a location and I kind of listen to the song and try to
Yeah.
get the best vibe for the visual to the song. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a lot of it's on me, just trying to catch the feeling of the song and trying to give it on the visual side. You know what I mean?
Do you only shoot music videos or
I'm working on a documentary right now, but
Nice.
like, you know, commercials. I've done like videos for like clothing stores, like any type of branding or you could shoot a video for anything, and you know.
you done weddings yet?
Yeah, I have for sure. I've like helped out with weddings. Those are kind of the money's there, but I probably wouldn't be too passionate about shooting weddings.
Man, that give me so much anxiety.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Those are different because everything's happening in real time. You don't get to like say pause or hold on, let me get a shot right here. Like they're walking down the aisle, doing whatever one time. So you I just noticed like you got to get it while it's happening and make sure you get the right shots.
Yeah. You know, with this type of journey, from what it seems like, this was self-taught.
Yeah.
Who were mentors or guides that, you know, helped you along this path in your journey?
Man, it's probably a few people, but honestly, I remember like people wasn't trying to help me.
Yeah.
Like there was other like cameramans that like I would try to like ask them for advice just about lenses and camera settings and editing, like, and they would like just be acting like I'm trying to be like them, and it's like no, it's not that. So
They call them gatekeepers.
yeah, that for sure. Like it was a lot of that going on. Really, is myself. You know, nowadays you got YouTube or whatever. If you're passionate about something, you're gonna find a way to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure you probably get little tips here and there.
For sure.
Some people probably do got mentors, but I never had one. Like everyone I asked tried to help me, they wasn't helping me. Oh God.
That gatekeeping, man, and it's serious out here, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
I never act like that.
Yeah, because it's like I'll tell you what I'm fortunate about with doing this platform. It goes in so many various ways and so many a video. You do video, athletes, comedians, actors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way someone can. If you close off one path, I have several others, but you know, and I feel like that, you know, in a day and time where you have someone like you, it is a shame for anyone who's trying to keep that knowledge from you, because I mean, how cool would it say to say, hey, they had a part in your success, you know?
Yeah, they don't look at it like that. They look at trying to take their spot or something.
For sure. How do you feel Milwaukee has attributed to your success?
Man, shit made me. Milwaukee is a crazy city, bro. It's teach you to how to watch your ass. If you grew up in Milwaukee, you done been through like in the inner city of Milwaukee, you done been through some situations. You know what I mean? Like it gets crazy. It's a lot of poor people here.
Yeah.
A lot of people trying to just get by. So you gon' if you in Milwaukee, you gonna go through some shit. So it'll build you for like how to move. You know what I mean? Just for the rest of your life. To me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know, from the beginning of your career, because how many years would you say altogether you're in right now?
It's gonna be my 9th year if I started in 2016, but that was the end of 2016. So you can say like 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
From your career to the beginning till now, what have you learned about yourself?
What I could say I've learned is, man, it's a long ass journey, bro, and you're gonna have a lot of ups and downs in your career. Like you're gonna have your highs, and you're gonna have times where it's just like you're gonna want to say fuck this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one thing I always learned is like, cause I'm older now, I'm 30, so like when I used to go through like really like crucial shit, I'd really be like down and upset, and like you just feel like the world's just caving in. But I learned, you know, when you go through shit, I learned you always make it through it. You know what I mean? Like the rain goes away. So it's like it's all how you respond and how how you act when shit's all going bad, or you know what I mean, when you're faced
Yeah.
against, you know, obstacles
Adversity.
and bullshit. Like, you know, you gonna look back in 6 months when everything's going good, like, man, I was tripping, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I should have did, you know. So that's what I learned, is just like, just get over them little humps and shit. You know, even if everything's not going good at the moment, like, shit'll clear up for you.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, in this industry, music, you know,
Yeah.
you've been shooting, man. You shooters for some of the greatest to come out this city. I mean, I can name them off, but who are artists that you've collaborated in the city, and after that, who's someone you dream of collaborating with?
As far as Milwaukee, you know, I done worked with Chicken P, Maya. She's like a little TikTok dancer. She's lit.
For sure.
Certified trapper. JP, Big Frank. Man, anyone that's really like in like the hip hop community, in Milwaukee, I done worked with them. I could say that. Munch Lawrence, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But who would I want to work with? Just, I don't know, man. Anyone that's a legend in the rap game, like, you know, even on some like mogul shit, like Birdman or Jay-Z, like do some business with them or something. I could say that, because there's a ton of artists I could say I want to work with.
Yeah. Well, you know, you moved out to LA.
Yeah.
When did how far along into this journey did you decide I'm gonna move to LA? And what was the inspiration behind that?
Just well, I was like, you know, when this video stuff started taking off, I would get inquiries from like Ohio, and then it would start spreading to like out of state. So I was like traveling, like my career was taking off, and I just was like going back and forth to Cali every couple months or something. Just, if you really in the industry, you pretty much are gonna have to go through LA at some point.
Yeah.
Or New York, LA, like one of them. So I was just, and me being from a small city, and like we don't experience a lot of stuff that big cities see. Like you just kind of feel like, I feel like I should be out here in a bigger city just trying to expand. You know what I mean? There's more opportunities. They got way more resources.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, like, just pick a bigger city that's got more resources and stuff that'll probably help your career. Like New York, Atlanta, Miami, Vegas, I don't know, LA.
Yeah. You know, how's the networking gone since you've been out there? Have you been managed to
That's the one thing it's good for. Like,
Yeah.
if anything LA is good for, it's just the networking, and, you know, because that's a city where everyone's coming in and out.
Yeah.
So I could just sit there and post up, and there's plenty of artists coming in. Like, I don't have to move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's one good thing about it.
You know, with shooting, you know, it changes every day.
Yeah.
And you got to stay current. How do you manage that, and the way you stay current with trends, and just the way that you basically put out the hook for people to catch and you reel them in?
Being an eye for talent. You know what I mean? Like, you got to stay in tune to, like, you know, because I'm filming talent. So it's cool to be the best videographer, but if you filming somebody that's not really entertaining, probably not gonna many people that is gonna want to watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, so you got to sharpen your camera skills, but you also got to work with talent and entertainment that people will want to watch.
For sure.
So I just always play offense instead of just sitting back and trying to let clients come to me. You got to see who's kind of wavy right now. You know, if you got to throw out a free video for 'em, or, you know, like a plug.
For sure.
It's worth it in the long run to do that than to just stand on your price and not go fishing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I feel like.
What is most important to you when you work with a client? Musician, business. What's most important to you?
Don't be arrogant. Don't be rude. You know what I mean? Like, I used to kind of, when I was on the come up, like bypass a lot of shit, just trying to keep going. You know what I mean? To like level up. But it's like, if someone's not a pleasure to work with, or they don't at least respect you, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, with shooting the type of videos you shoot, what equipment do you use? What equipment do you prefer?
For sure, you need lighting. You need different sets of lighting. I use a stabilizer, So that's like, if anyone don't know, it's like a
Yeah.
electronic thing that holds the camera.
The gimbal.
Yeah. Camera, lenses. You need lenses.
Yeah.
Equipment. I don't really need a whole lot. Like I said, I run and gun a lot, so sometimes I'll rent out video sets and stuff where they got a lot of stuff there already.
I guess what brand for the cameras you use? Are you a Sony guy, Canon, Sony?
Yeah, I had like almost every brand, and Sony's just the easiest to me.
I ain't gonna lie, I love Sony, as you can see.
Just too easy, and it looks good.
Yeah, man, it's clean.
Yeah.
Just don't try to shoot an interview longer than an hour. For real.
In 4K?
In 4K, because all my stuff is in 4K.
When I do stuff like that, I just tone it down to 1080, because I know it'll probably cut off, huh?
Oh yeah, well, I've corrupted. There was one interview recently actually where, the center shot. Because it was so long, it just.
That's why I tapped that record button.
For sure.
40 minutes in, just turn it right back on just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you learn, you go through what you're going through. Walk us through a day in the life when you shoot, and you know what I mean, all the ways you prep yourself from the beginning to end.
Really, like, I'm blessed to like be able to do what I want as far as like choosing my schedule and all that. So usually if I got a booking, I wake up, a normal day, eat, get dressed, get ready for the day. But like, I just pull up, usually the artist finds a location, and if we've been talking about it, I've been like trying to put together a treatment or something, just something to make it make sense. And I usually just, I just go with the flow, really, bro. I'm blessed to be able to go with the flow and work with creative people and stuff, and just kind of go off their energy and just basically like hang out and make dope shit.
Yeah. You doing this so long, you putting in the time. Not all shoots are always sunshine and rainbows. I'm pretty sure you've had difficult clients. When it comes to points like that, how do you adapt and how do you handle situations like that?
You just kind of got to take it how it comes, and then, try not to fly off the handle, like I'll just be like, I probably won't work with this person again. You know what I mean? But like, most people be cool, but like I told you, probably the more is just like the danger sometimes if I got to shoot videos outside or something.
Yeah.
And in certain places, but people kind of respect my brand too that I built up, so they usually don't do too much bullshit.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And if they do, I just wouldn't work with them again.
For sure.
Yeah.
What achievements or milestones stand out for you throughout this career and journey?
My plaque on YouTube, I got like 1,000 subscribers. They sent me like a plaque in the mail. That was cool. That was kind of like a little trophy. I got like a Videographer of the Year award at like some like award show here. That was cool. Just being able to see. Right now I'm trying to like refine motivation, because I kind of like set out and like you kind of got this idea the industry is kind of like a facade. Like you don't really know what it is. You just think you want to make it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I kind of like set off in the world, got to work with a bunch of celebrities, traveled, met a lot of people, did a lot of cool stuff that I wanted to do, and then I kind of had to like backstep a little bit and kind of figure out, what else, like, because then the industry is not what you think it is. You know what I mean? Back to like, working with like arrogant celebrities or like.
You just mentioned celebrities. What type of celebrities have you had like that opportunity to work with?
I worked with King Von. I got to kick it with Lil Durk and them.
Get out of here, for real, man.
I worked with Soulja Boy. I done been, bro, honestly, I can't even think over the years, bro. I done been beside and worked with a lot of like celebrities, I swear. Like, yeah, Sauce Walker. You know who that is?
Yeah, Sauce Walker.
Bro, a lot. I done rub shoulders like Coyle Ray. Bro, a lot. So many.
Well, it's those type of things. do you feel, because there's moments in period in time where you do have to take a step back.
Yeah.
What are the type of things that still keep you motivated and driven?
Just, I mean, honestly, just knowing that you got to keep going, bro. Like, it's hard out here. Like, and knowing that some people still got to wake up and go to work every day for a 9 to 5.
For sure.
Like, me working jobs back then, knowing what that was like, every time I feel like, just overwhelmed, I think about that. Like, bro, it could be worse. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
so just being humble, being thankful for the blessings you got, and just trying to, continue and make sure everything, pay all the bills, just keep everything going. You know what I mean? Keep creating.
What do you hope to leave as a legacy when it's all said and done?
Just a story, a come-up story, and some people could learn from. Like people telling your story or going back and looking at your journey and taking something from it. And like, I think Tupac said, like, you could be the person that inspired the person that changed the world. You know what I mean? So just giving some for people to take from my journey. You know what I mean? They could learn something from it.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5?
So I'm 30 now, so hopefully just successful doing what I like to do. Just when you get up to this age, it's all about just having a peace of mind, bro. Really, like once you get through all your 20s and did all the going out to the clubs and like being out here and everything that come with all that, you kind of just want like a consistent peace of mind. You know what I mean? Like find you a girlfriend or a wife, or just kind of like just be. Like, you gotta have some structure by the time you 30, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
I told myself I wouldn't get married till I was 30, and guess what? When 30 came around, I already knew. Like, I had my best friend with me. I love her. She's been the biggest supporter of me doing what I'm doing. Yeah. But you're right. You get to that point, and you know what I mean. By this age, it's real.
You don't want to be 40, bro. Trying to find your love. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I didn't care about. I used to be like, bro, people are all worried about their relationships. Like, I'm grinding.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned a lot of things too. Is I put everything into my grind, which is cool, but I like tunnel visioned and lacked on a lot of other aspects of my life. Yeah. Which was cool, but that's why you see a lot of celebrities and people that's successful or famous, you be like, how is they like lonely, or like how do they feel so, like why do they you heard about all the different stories, like it's because like
it's that tunnel vision, bro.
You be around us, you working and networking with a whole bunch of people that you working with, but they don't really care about you. You know what I mean? So it's like,
well, now you're established, now you got all this. What does it feel like to go from working for someone to working for yourself?
It feels good. You have to have self-discipline to do that. Everybody ain't built for everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, you could make your own schedule and it could be all that's the good side, but then you got to be the one to push yourself and get up and go get things done. There's no one telling you to do it. So if you're not that type of person, then entrepreneurship ain't for you. Yeah.
Well, we always work ourselves up to this question, and for me, it's the most important. What advice would you give to aspiring videographers, entrepreneurs, and most of all, our youth?
Like I said in the beginning, if you gonna do something, take it serious and go for it. Like, I know, like, you probably experimenting, like, 18, 19, 20, like, you probably trying to figure out. But when you get that notion, like, this is what I want to do, like, you should do it. Like, don't half step, you know what I mean? Always keep your morals intact when you're going through all this, you know, on the way up. Like, any, like, clout chasing or, like, doing stuff that you wouldn't really agree with just to get to the next level, that never pays off in the long run. always keep your morals intact. Be true to who you is in the journey, because your reputation is much longer than any current thing that you're trying to, you know, prove or accomplish. So just stay true to yourself, bro. Make sure you're happy with what you're doing.
Man. Well, T, I appreciate you coming on. What are ways people can connect with you?
Instagram, or my YouTube, TeeGlazedIt, T2 E's, GLAZEDIT. On my YouTube, you can subscribe. But yeah, I don't use TikTok. I see they people
took it off. Now they brought it back, but they cut out CapCut.
I know, I used that.
Bro, me too, bro.
I'm like, what?
And they brought it back yesterday, and now they cut it again. And it's over here like, dude, I mean, I could do without TikTok. But with these interviews, you know, yours is a visual. So when I get to making promos, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I use, bro. So I was like,
I seen it. I'm like, man.
Here we go.
Gotta find something else.
For real, I've been looking at some apps, so, you know.
So is it coming back, though?
I don't know. I once they clear because it's connected to TikTok, which is crazy because they have TikTok back and they don't have that, but I'm not sure. I hope they do, because I mean, it's a simplified.
I don't need it, but it's helpful.
It's the most simplified video app out there. So again, man, I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate you, you know, just taking the time and literally, you know, sharing with everyone who you are. You're part of this legacy I'm building, and you know what I mean? Your story matters. And for these kids out here, you know what I mean? This is the type of inspiring story I can wish for them to hear. So again, thank you for joining us.
Good looking, bro. Appreciate you.
Definitely. And with that being said, Spearhead out.